Today we've got a lot to talk about. We are going to cover Excursions. Princess's website is having a lot of glitches, which is not unusual, but workaround for how to look at excursions if you're trying to book excursions for your cruise. Also, we're going to cover tenders a little bit more, what cruising really is and why it is so fabulous, and lots more. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Monday and it is May 27th of 2024. Here in the United States of America, we are celebrating Memorial Day, so I hope that all of you have a very memorable Memorial Day. It is a very special day. It is the day that we remember everyone who has given the ultimate sacrifice in serving our country. And here, Gordon and I celebrate that. We go put flowers and little flags on graves of our family members that have gone before, as well as any others that we can find in the cemeteries that we visit. And so I just want everyone to know that I am very grateful to everyone who paid that ultimate sacrifice in serving our country. Let's start for just a minute talking about excursions on Princess. The Princess website is having a glitch again, and if you go regularly and you're browsing and you're trying to click on that excursion button, it's not working. Also, if you use an incognito window, which I'm going to talk to you about that, and I had questions about that as I mentioned it on our live the other evening. If you open up an incognito window and go to the excursions and then right mouse click on them, and you know when you right mouse click on something, it comes up, one of the options is to open it in another tab. That's what I do, and then the excursions are coming up. I don't know when they're going to get their glitch fixed, but that is a really good workaround for you. I do want to let you all know, so we had questions. I'm always saying that the Princess website works better for me using an incognito window. Basically, what it does is it opens a new browsing session for you that doesn't bring all of your cookies and everything with it. I can even empty all of my cookies and clear my browsing history, and I still have trouble without using an incognito window to access the Princess website. And so I wanted to tell you a few things about that. First of all, it's basically because I know that, all the websites use a lot of cookies in trying to track, what you do and where you go and what you click on and everything. But the Princess website clearly does that a lot, and there's something that's wrong that catches it. And so using the incognito window, if you don't know how to do that, in the upper right hand corner of your browser, in Chrome it's called incognito window, in another one it's called in private. I think that's Edge maybe, but at any rate, sometimes they're called different things, but it will open up a new window that doesn't bring with it your browsing history, the cookies, all of that. The really important thing to know about this is there are still cookies working on that. So when you use that window, they are still tracking what you do. Be clear on that, because when I mentioned that the other evening, a Let's Go family member, and I love your questions, asked if that was not okay, if that was going against something, that there was a lawsuit with Google for this. So of course we did our research on this. There's nothing wrong, illegal, or anything else about using an incognito or in private window in your browser. So the Google lawsuit focused on the fact that people who were using it thought that it gave the false impression that they would not be tracked when they were on those websites. If you opened an incognito window, people thought that you would not be tracked at all. Of course, you're always being tracked. And so as part of that settlement, Google said that they would delete any data that they kept from tracking people in those incognito windows. But I know that they still, for example, Princess still keeps what you do. Because if I use an incognito window and then I open another window within that same incognito window, it always brings up that page that says Princess is having technical difficulties. It never works right. So just open a new incognito window every time, and then go to your excursions page, and then as you're looking at the different excursions, right mouse click and let me know if that doesn't work for you. And hopefully, like I said, they're going to get that fixed soon. Alrighty, let's talk about tenders again for just a minute here. We have been having a conversation about tenders. I did a video at the end of last week all about tenders, and I really appreciate you all asking more questions. So if you've got questions, put them in the comments, because if if you're thinking about them, I'm sure that there are lots of other people with those same questions. So one of our Let's Go family members who is new to Princess said, what happens, you have to be back and in line for the tender by the time that the last tender is going to go. So if the last tender is going at 4 o'clock, don't be sauntering back at 4 o'clock. Be in line. Be there a little bit before so that you don't miss that. But if the line is really long, like it is in some ports, at that time the last tender is supposed to go, you don't have to worry. As long as you are in line by then, they will bring more tenders and get everybody back on the ship. The problem comes when you walk up and the last tender has already left. So don't count on there being a long line. Don't count on them waiting for you. Be back a few minutes early to be there for that last tender. The footage I'm showing you is from Newport, Rhode Island. When I was there last year, I was a little bit early for the last tender, but the line was huge. Had to wait in line for about an hour to get on the tender to go back to the ship. So just keep in mind that you need to be back in line by the time the last tender is supposed to go, and come a few minutes early, like I said. If you have more questions, just let me know. Okay, here's the discussion for today, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you all in the comments about this. Now, one of our Let's Go family members, and if you don't follow us over on Facebook, you should come over, join the Facebook group. We have an amazing Let's Go family there. They post amazing things from their cruises. They answer questions. It's a really amazing place to be. It's just Let's Go travel tips. So come and request to join, and Gordon will let you right in. So one of our Let's Go family members posted this, and he was saying that he was on the Enchanted Princess, and one evening he was walking across the pool deck at about 7 p.m. and he'd already got his dinner plan set up, but he noticed that there were a lot of people in the pool area there just swimming, hanging out, having a wonderful time. That they were very happy with, a piece of pizza from the Sliced Pizza or something from the grill. They were just having the time of their lives, thoroughly enjoying it. It was 7 in the evening, beautiful weather, warm, sunny, absolutely spectacular. And he commented and said that, then there's a lot of us who have cruised a lot, and here we are worrying about where we're going to eat, what we're going to wear to eat, what show we're going to see, what time we have to be there so we can get a seat, what we want to do after that, and all of these things. Meanwhile, there's people having the time of their life, thoroughly enjoying what they're doing. So here's what I want to talk to you all about today with this, and I want to hear how you enjoy cruising the very most. First of all, I would like to say that I really think that cruising varies a lot, not only between people, but between what voyage the same people are on. One of the very happiest and really the funnest cruises that I ever remember is Gordon and I went to the Mediterranean one time in the middle of the summer. It was really warm, and so we had a wonderful time seeing all the sights in the port, and then we would come back and take a little nap, and in the late afternoon, early evening, we would go swimming. And then we would watch the sunset. The retreat pool was never busy. By the time it was later evening, everybody was off for dinner. And so we just had the very best time. Then we would often either eat earlier in the main dining room and then go do this, or often we would do that and then just go catch dinner in the buffet. We had an amazing trip, so relaxing. So that would vary, though, by what I would do if we were in Alaska, because it's chillier there. So it really, I think, depends on where you're going, what your goals are with the trip, and what you're going to do. So let me know in the comments how you really enjoy cruising. Another thing that this really brought to my mind is how important it is to go and enjoy yourself, and how wrapped up I admit it, sometimes in trying to tell you all everything, I get really busy, and I'm focused on that rather than enjoying as much as I should. So I want you to really think about what your goals are when you go on a cruise. And I want to say that, a while ago, I decided not to really comment on food anymore. And part of that is because, it is so very subjective. So it's really hard to comment and say what you all would enjoy. At the same time, I think a lot of people thought I didn't like it when people would maybe make a negative comment about what I said. And that really wasn't it. It just seemed to me that that is such a small part of cruising. And I want to talk a little bit more about the whole experience. Whenever you go on a cruise, they're going to feed you. You're not going to go hungry. There's going to be some food that you really enjoy and some that you're probably not quite as crazy about. And as time goes by, you can work on getting better at choosing what you might enjoy the very most. But I want us to really think about how we enjoy cruising. Our Let's Go family member also pointed out that when you go on a cruise ship, you have the luxury of tailoring the experience to you and whoever you are with. You can have people that want to be up in the pool at 7 in the evening. You can have someone that wants to be sitting in the main dining room at 7 in the evening. You can be doing specialty dining. You can be sitting in the theater waiting for the 7:30 show by 7 p.m. There are just all of these options, and that is part of what makes cruising so very special. So a really big shout out to our Let's Go family member who shared that with us, and a shout out to all of you for being here. Thank you for being here and for making the Let's Go family what it is. We are really thrilled to have you with us, and if you haven't subscribed, will you please go ahead and hit that subscribe button? I'm really looking forward to reading your comments. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for being here with me today, and I'll see you all here again tomorrow. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.